Adding products and services. For any business with a large volume of products, services, including inventory items, importing them in is the most efficient option. It is vital, however, that the chart of accounts has been finalised before any importing is done or any manual entering for the products and services is done, as there are a number of fields in the products and services area that require the mapping to the actual chart of account. In this section, we'll take a look at how to add products, services, including inventory items manually, as well as in the bulk and the basics of inventory management in QBO. So let me explain to you products and services, why we need it. Let me just go to New, Invoice. And when you're actually producing an invoice for a customer, the first thing that you need to do is add in a product or service. You can't pin it straight back to the chart of account income account, okay? And that is why we need a product and service. As you can see, when QuickBooks Online is actually set up, it gives you two default services, which is sales and hours. In most businesses, we do need to add in a little bit more information for our products and services and pin it back to the income account in the chart of account so that your reporting makes sense. So we'll take a look at adding in these products and services manually. So the way that you would find the products and services is by either going to Invoicing, Products and Services, and this is where the products and services need to be added, or from our gear icon, Lists, Products and Services, and you can see it's exactly the same window. So we want to add in a product or service, and this where it takes us to the very first option that we want to add in, and we will actually add in manually this time a service called Security Alarms Installation. So we're going to choose Service. Now, let me explain to you, we do not have inventory turned on as yet. So we will have to turn it on before we do the import. Non-inventory items are products that we buy and sell, but we're not tracking through inventory. Okay, it could be nuts and bolts or anything used in installation, but we don't actually use the inventory system to track those items. Services is what we provide to customers, for example, landscaping, or in this particular case, electrical installations. Bundle, we can actually bundle ones together, such as products or services to actually make, as for example, there a gift basket of fruit, cheese and wine. And inventory, if we want to turn on inventory, we can do it from here. So we're going to produce a service invoice. The name is Security Alarms. Now let me set this up really quickly for you. As you can see, the name of the service is going to be a Security Alarms Installation. We don't have a SKU number, which is Stock Keeping Unit Number. That's more for retail selling items. Category, we don't have any set up, but this is where you can categorize your products and services to actually fit under one umbrella. Like it might be electrical services, and then you have different services under that particular income stream. Classes, we don't have any classes set up as yet. Now, this is where the description will be found on your invoice. So whatever you type in here, so this will be Security Alarms Installation, hourly time taken. The sales price will be $175. I've said that it's inclusive of GST. If it's not, you just unselect the inclusive of GST box, but I'm going to select inclusive of GST. It's $175 inclusive of GST. The income account, I can actually pin it now back to any income account that I want. Now, it is electrical services that I want to pin this back to. So then when we actually run our profit and loss, it will actually come under the account called Electrical Services Income Account. So we can run some great reporting for our clients. And let's click Save and Close. And there you have it. So we have the hours and sales, and then we have the security alarms installation that we just added in manually. Now, for us to add in the other products and services with the import option, we're going to go to the gear icon. However, we could actually just choose this, but I want to go to the gear icon, import data, products and services. Again, please note you need to have done your chart of accounts before you bring this in. Otherwise, some may not work. Products and services. Again, I'm going to choose my Excel file. Now, download a sample file. I just want to show you what our template looks like, as you can add in much detail as much as you want. As you can see, this is our template. Now, that very first line, do not change that, because this is the way it's actually going to import it into QuickBooks Online. We have our service name, our product or service name, the description that will be found on the sales form. What type is it? Is it service? And you can see we're actually going to bring in some inventory items. The sales price, GST on sales, and does it include GST or not? Now, this is the income account that you want it to go to. If you purchase, which we do for inventory, you can actually put in the description, the purchase cost, the GST on purchases. And as I go across, you can see that we are going to set up 3 different inventory asset accounts, because that's where it's going to go to, and the purchase materials. So let's see how perfect this template will come in. So you can see I've actually selected my template that I've got saved on my desk by clicking on Browse. Then all I need to do is click on Next. And this is where it will start to map to what we had on our template. Click Next. And here you have it, guys. And you can see we've got a few little problems over here. We do have an issue here with these 3, which is the inventory. And what we've done is in the actual template, we've actually said materials income. But guess what? We don't actually have a materials income account. So we're just going to use parts income. So it depends on whatever you want to put it to. Now, expense account, again, we don't have purchases. What we want to do is just select cost of sales, purchase materials, and you can see why this is important, that your chart of accounts is set up correctly. And that's all you need to do. And you can see we're bringing in 100 of the cables, 10 WDGPOs and 20 WDGPOs, but slightly different. And let's click Import. Okay, so now let's go to our products. So we'll go to the gear icon, products and services, and here they are here sitting nicely in our products and services area. Now, we will take you through more advanced inventory in our advanced modules, but just to let you know that if you do have any inventory items, let's click on Edit. You can actually use your starting value and quantity, reorder points. So you can actually go down to, say, the last 3 cables that you've got in the system, and it will remind you to reorder them. And you can see that it's actually mapped out automatically to the inventory asset account, the parts income where we told it to go to, and the purchase materials, because you have the 3 accounts that it will go to when you sell. Okay, and save and close. So let's take a look really quickly. If we produce an invoice, now we actually have the option under products and services that we can choose commercial electrical, and you can see the description comes up automatically as well as the amount. And that's the whole reason why you need to set up your products and services correctly, so it will make your life and your clients' lives easier when they're producing their invoices. So now Carol has successfully added all the products and services for Zippy Electrical and Data Services and is ready to progress to setting up the bank feeds.